put that down, but I was gonna give it to the kids. I didn't wanna put the amount on those because if they go, that's who my husband wanted them to have it.
I noticed in one place on this form that they put heirs down beside the son's name and then they were marked out.
Oh, I messed up.
So they're not listed as heirs or beneficiaries, right?
Right.
Okay.
There's no will.
No.
There's no will.
And how long were you married to him?
July. I got married July 31st.
How long were you married?
7 months.
7 months. Okay.
Yes.
So from your conversations, can she request and get the paperwork together?
Because even the lady that was helping her knew that she had to get the paperwork within the 90 days.
And I told my lawyer that.
And she
Well,
was trying hard.
It puzzles me that we didn't have it 2 weeks ago, and in 2 weeks' time we have it. I mean, if you can get it in 2 weeks now, you've got it 2 weeks, months ago.
Well, he had the paperwork at first, and he was supposed to be filing it, and he lost the paperwork. So that's why I filed it now.
Then both of you filed it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, although I really believed I brought it here, but y'all can't find it, I can't find it.
Which means that we would have to be wrong and you would have to be wrong.
Now, no, it's possible that I have a couple of friends in the courthouse. I may have very well said, you know, my hearing in family court might have gone over, and I said, man, will you get this file for me tomorrow? And they might have forgot. I don't remember. But I know I can't. I know that she and I sat down and did it, and if it didn't get filed, it was me because I carried it. It wasn't her. She was all over me to get that done.
Sons may be entitled to something more than they have now.
Oh, that's fine. If he wants the red neon, I'm going to give him the red neon.
Well, I find two things. I mean, one is definitely not timely. I think we've heard both of you really at fault for that, you and your lawyer.
Yes,
Yes,
I
sir.
know.
And of course, the document itself is not inclusive of everything. We heard you admit that it doesn't include all the household belongings and all that.
Like what?
The guns and all.
Anything.
I put guns on there.
Any and all things.
Am I overlooking it, especially if
I didn't see it.
there is guns on there. There's a car, and that's the property. There's a car, neon,
All the vehicles, but other than that, I don't see it.
Well, I didn't think the guns matter because I didn't think that we were going
You
to
just
sell
said
it.
you put it
Well,
on.
I thought I did. That's what I'm saying. I thought I did. I wanted them to have them. I even wrote it on there. I thought.
Those personal items
Yeah.
would pass non-probate, and she's willing to let them have
Have
those
them.
anyway. But it doesn't appear that she has listed guns specifically.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I thought I did. I didn't look through it. Second one.
That sort of tells me that you're not very confident in getting the job done, time-wise and detail-wise.
I'm dyslexic. I see things backwards. I have a
Well, then
learning
maybe you should have
disability.
never been appointed based on that.
As your attorney, have you looked at this appraisement before now?
No.
I saw this morning.
Just because I'm incompetent doesn't mean that I can't take care of stuff.
Well, technically it does.
I'm trying.
I know, I'm just saying, if you look in the court, though, if you're not competent to do it, then you're not competent to do it. And I'm not saying you are or aren't, I'm just making a comment on what you just said.
I think she was referring to her literacy, but in an ill-stated way.
course, this has to run in the paper, the appraisement, then it has to, if there's any outstanding debts against the estate, they have to file them in Mr. Wooden's office. If there is any debts outstanding against the estate, those have to be taken care of before a final settlement can be filed. In the final settlement, then that's where the disbursements of what goes where and who got what.
Okay, there is one lien.
Yeah, there is a lien based on the payment of the funeral expense.
Yeah, at the DHS office, they helped me pay some of the funeral.
Should there not be a listing of any bank accounts or anything?
Was there were bank accounts,
And
wasn't
there's
there?
copies
She said
attached.
that- Yeah.
There's statements showing the balance on the date of
Is
death.
it listed on here? It's not in the appraisement.
Well,
No, it's not.
I brought,
it's pretty clear how much there was, even if she didn't list it, that she gave you a copy of it. I mean,
But sir, it has to be listed on the appraisement.
It just seems like the paperwork is out of order, and if we would not do our responsibility, I think we're agreeing that it's okay to settle the estate improperly. So
well, the estate's not actually even been,
Well,
They've
I
gotten
the
to the-
paperwork up to settle. Even though Candy's been duly appointed, but her appointment requires responsibility. Where you're prepared, capable, whatever. It tells me that we made a mistake by appointing you because you didn't carry out your duties, what seems to me like, point blank.
Your Honor, there is a statement here from Sun Trust with the balance on the date of death, sir.
You know, I've got
And
that,
attached.
Yeah, but it's not
but
listed.
it's not listed on the appraisement.
Well, I understand,
Alright.
maybe she should have put C attached,
Ain't no
but
doubt of it. It's supposed
it's
to be
pretty
listed.
clearly disclosed.
Well, but again, it shows that.
Is that the only bank account there was?
yes.
No money,
No.
You didn't have any cash money on him when he passed away?
No.
are you Matthew?
Yes, sir.
So you applied within the original time, but due to her status, you were denied being appointed.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's my belief that you have to all of us make that decision. It's my belief that, Candy, you have not carried out your duties and you need to be removed.
I don't want to be removed.
I gather that. But it's my decision to consider that, and it's my responsibility to do what I think is required of us. And certainly, it's not one of those things that's, that you sit here and think, well, this is one of those responsibilities you can dodge. It's not. It's a serious responsibility.
I know it is. I know it is.
But with that said, I don't know what the opinion of my fellow commissioner are, but I'd entertain a motion to have you removed due to not being able to carry out your duties as specified.
I'll say.
Been moved and seconded.
Your Honor, may I speak to it first?
Yes.
Your Honor, if the idea is to try to get the estate moved closer to closure, then removing her would mean that you'd start the process over.
That's correct.
And at this point, with the appraisement being on file, we could proceed along the lines of what Judy has told you, that we go to the final settlement and disbursement. She still has to file what's happened with any money that's coming in